Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, a warhammer is fine, but a dwarf should know how to use an axe, because elves live in trees.
Was this her later years? Was she going a bit...
There's a story there, I'm sure. Undra Vermis, a drow necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
I put the angst in gangster.
Cheers.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with... Hold on, guys, that's not a tiger, that's a snake-looking thing. Oh.
And Skold Gunvardsson, a war cleric who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Jag hoppas att vi inte har satt vår sista potatis. So this is like, I hope we haven't planted our last turnip.
Or our first turnip, because I don't really like them.
I'm not really into them either.
First and last.
Is the heavy...
More sort of pie.
Are they alright with cheese?
Couldn't have been something more epic.
Yeah, we will plant some cheese. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see that.
A cheese tree.
I believe Duncan could plant some cheese.
Pie tree.
Pie tree.
Grandma Daynut used to have a cheese plant. There's no story there, she just did.
Cool.
Wonderful. Moving on. You join the group.
Great episode, guys. See ya.
See you, bye. You join the group, having spent an evening in the Temple of Conflict, hosted by Sian, the Naga Guardian of this temple, a follower of Roin, a god of war. The journey here having been, I don't know, best way to describe it, a little bit...
Exciting.
Exciting,
Fun.
a little bit
Fun.
strange, with flashbacks to previous battles, challenges barely overcome, but you've made it as a group, and after a day of enhancing your kind of abilities in preparation for what is a final challenge, you find yourself in this large hexagonal chamber, this temple chamber, slipping through with the Naga Guardian Sian rising up in a tower of sand as it kind of moves and kind of builds underneath it. The speech she gives, basically saying, gonna beat you the crap up, gonna grind your bones to dust, gonna enjoy it, because you're not worthy.
Super personable.
Hurtful.
It was. She brings a kind of tail up, kind of in that rattlesnake kind of pose, and her eyes flash as beings grow out of the ever sand that you realise you're standing in, as they form up to reminisce sand soldiers, like what the golems look like you've been hosted by in this temple. Formations, rows after rows of them. The first stand, their arms moulding into shields, their second arm moulding into a long spear-like appendage, kind of think T2 out of the Terminator, just the sword going straight up into their arm. And with a mighty roar, the second line breaks through, charging headlong at you. The final challenge, Skold, has begun. Can everyone roll initiative?
Don't worry, we got this. There's only 3 of them.
Alright, come on, good rolls. That's a 3. Right, 4 initiative.
Oh, it's that one.
17.
Did you roll?
Yep, 21.
Oh. No. 10.
And Mecha, don't forget you're in charge. Use him.
Alright, I can do mecha. 6.
Cool. Do you just want to spend 1 second, because you're currently off the map here, do you just want to put yourself, having just stepped onto the lighter area where you would have been, just put yourself where you would have been?
Or just put me next to Skold, will you?
We're to stand behind them and look really cool. If I could stand near in like between the two of you, but not too far forward, within
Thank you very
touching
much.
range would be good.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was
Right.
good to me.
Make a point. There are 2 new sets of dice on the table for tonight. May they serve you well, Tash.
Oh, my mum.
As the line of sand
Ages.
warriors break through and start charging at you, breaking the line, the first platoon. Duncan, you're up.
Don't forget that I did the greenstone this morning, mate. Good luck.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to shout, hold the line, and I'm going to hold my action, and as soon as they come in range, I'm going to attack them.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Because I'm expecting like big spells from the back here, and I don't want to run into them.
It's your turn.
So,
That's a very
great.
clever idea.
No movement and holding your action
Yeah,
to
and
attack.
my action
Yeah,
will be...
I'm holding my action until initiative 4 as well.
Yeah, you're holding your
Yeah.
action right to the end, so all good. Undula, you are up.
Okay, well, I guess there's only one thing for it.
Yeah, and you're currently, I know the map shows 2 lines, you're currently looking at, from what you can see, at least 4 lines of these warriors, kind of think the terracotta army, like just lined up one after the other, just the first line that is currently charging towards you.
There's 3 lines of warriors there.
Good counting, mate.
Yes, thank you, Duncan. That's very good. Okay, I'm going to move between the fellas, move as far forward as I can, and then fireball everyone.
You just want to move Undula up to stand between you. She kind of jostles, you bump shoulder out the way.
You
I don't want to get too close.
Well, you
in
could probably
front
just
of
shoot
them.
it from behind, like, just
Yeah?
through the gap, yeah.
Oh, okay. How far away is the second row?
The first row, the one running at you, is
It's
the line
quite
at
far
front,
away, isn't it?
and then if you can just kind of imagine that
Oh.
the back row is the one that you can see, and there are rows in between.
Like 35 feet. To
I
the
just
front
don't
line.
have 32 miniatures.
Okay, so we do. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah,
So
you should be
I'll go
plenty around.
between. I'll go between. Okay.
Oh, no, that's heaps.
Go.
20,
no,
20
no.
foot radius, so you're going to have it, you're in a sphere, so you're trying to get all the creatures on the ground, or you're trying to get the Naga as well? Where are you?
Oh, cool, I can then. Sweet.
I want to get them on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay.
She's
this
less
is
than 120 feet away.
24, 30.
30 points, and it's a 20 foot radius, correct?
Yes.
Do you need it?
So if you center that,
Not happy?
I'm going to say that that's going to pretty much get all of them at this point. So 30 points of damage. Is that the cat snoring? I'm sorry, it's not more exciting. as you
She's
launch,
cheering for me.
She's cheering us on.
Yeah.
as you kind of launch a fireball and you kind of you throw it up into the air, it kind of rolls down, and just before it hits the ground, it just erupts to get that maximum width of diameter, and this kind of the sun-like sphere just implodes. Unfortunately, just missing the guardian Naga, who's on a 20-25 foot kind of pillar of sand. And as the flame erupts and clears, you see scattered ranks falling and sand just collapsing on the ground. As of the 4 ranks of 8 soldiers that you see, there are remaining now just 8 of them sporadically across the battlefield.
Hey,
Oh, nice work, Undra.
look at that.
There you go, monsters go. So Cyan just kind of whispers, and from the distance you can't quite make out what she's saying, as her eyes just burn though bright, and from the mounds of sand you see more moulded shapes begin to grow. Of the creatures that are left, there are a couple in the back lines, a couple of bow shots just come out, just literally aiming for you. one of them just hits the sand. There's only 2 shots. One of them hits the sand in front of you, and the other one, Duncan, you just bat aside with your axe, and this arrow just implodes into a dust of sand. The
Oh, I've
maybe
got some
3 or
gimme
4
iron,
that
might
are
be some
left
sand.
just charge in now using their full distance. So we'll say 2 of the front line will make it into combat with you, Duncan and Skold, which means you get to make your attacks, Duncan. So you just
Cool.
move 2 of them up, please.
Right, I'm going to give me battle cry. I weeded your bath.
He did.
14 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
Oh, yes. $11 damage on that one. Oh, the next one will hit as well. 4 damage on that one, and then my third necrotic axe. That was a 14 as well, so that was a hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, all hit.
9 damage on my last axe.
So as they make that charge, and this kind of inaudible, unrecognisable challenge that they're voicing as they run to you, you just step up with 3 swings of your axe. The first one cleaves through the first. The second one takes the kind of it just swings through the hardened sand and just kind of moves through it without issue. And the third axe, you just literally strike through both of them as they collapse in the heaps of sand, which just melts away into the floor beneath you. You're now looking at maybe about 6, but slowly now they start to grow, and as a time, maybe 4, 5, 6 seconds, you look up having dispatched these 2, and there now are another 4 ranks of sand warriors standing before you. The ones at the back getting ready to loose their bows, their arrows. Tishara.
Queenie's very unhappy about this, and so can I get a clear shot between anybody at what's her name?
Yep, no, she's quite high up, and she's on a
Like less than 120 feet away from me, eh? Yes, because I did
absolutely,
math and it would look like it was okay. I feel like Queenie needs to use your circulative blasting
Oh, yes.
directly
Yes.
at the chick. What's her name?
Same.
That one. It's saying. If only I had the parcel
So
tongue.
you got roll 3 attacks.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
So roll
which
your
is
d20 3
Roll that.
times and add +5, I think, to it.
okay.
Each one.
What's that? I can't see.
So that'll be 16.
Oh, cool. And then you do the counting because you could. Oh,
No.
that was a 3. What am I at?
So one more.
Oh, yes.
And a 13.
+5.
18. I did it without my fingers.
The first 2 just kind of barrel wide and just deflect off the scaled armour, which just shimmies. The last one, though, just finds purchase, and the flame just erupts and engulfs Sain. It kind of focuses and looks down on you.
Oh.
Hi.
Spent more time in the library, little one. But thank you. I will take notes of your arcane prowess.
Well, thank you,
Roll your damage.
you stinker. Which is 2d6s. So 10. Do I get anything extra because I'm pretty?
No, you don't, unfortunately, but good job.
Good.
First,
thank
first,
Really
try,
nice.
first try.
Thanks, guys.
Mecha is up.
Right, that's that done.
Right, who should I do? Mecha?
Oh, who's
or-
doing Mika?
Oh, you could do him because you played him before, eh?
All right, yeah, well, okay.
You don't give the dice to me.
So he's will cast aid on us. He's gonna cast it on Undra, Tish, and myself. Like myself is Skold.
Yep.
So that's gonna give us some temporary hit points. 5 to
Okey-dokey.
be precise.
I'm going to need it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mecca.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mika.
So not a concentration
Top
spell as
lizard.
he rips a wee piece of cloth from his hide and casts a spell, muttering kind of some words in his native tongue, followed by you feel that kind of bolstering of your health
Sorry.
past your normal level.
Yes.
Give you into
So it's got a duration of 8 hours, just in case the combat lasts as long.
Sorry.
Skold, you're up,
Yes.
and you're just standing here right now.
Yeah. I'm guessing I'm gonna start moving up. And as my action, I will call down the Valkyries of Roin,
Oh.
my spiritual guardians. So they will come down and start flying in a 15-foot circle around me.
So pretty.
So cool.
Yeah.
So
So
pretty.
and I'm gonna designate all of you guys to not be attacked by them.
Oh,
Thanks,
Yeah,
mate.
well,
if you
Yeah.
could.
You're so
So-
nice.
Nice. Yes.
Anyone that enters within this 15-foot radius makes a wisdom save. Fail, they take full damage. Succeed, they take half damage. So that's 3d8. And also, their movement is halved. So that's gonna slow the enemies down.
Whilst they're in that radius.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the radius of it again?
15 feet.
Okay, good to know. Wonderful.
Yes.
Top of the round. Any movement from you, or you stay
Yeah,
on-
I'm gonna start moving up a bit.
Wonderful.
Just so when they come in, they're gonna have to run. If they're gonna run past me, they're gonna take lots of.
Duncan, you're up.
All right.
Oh, top of the round.
What?
As the eyes burn brightly of Sain up on her pedestal, they flash, and suddenly the flat sands start to undulate, and they start to form more of a rolling terrain. Not necessarily a problem right now, but the ground of which you move on is now not necessarily flat.
Oh, there's a ridge line?
No, not really, not yet.
Just, encouraging her to...
Like a hump line,
Rolling,
Hump
rolling,
line.
rolling.
Yeah.
a hump line, sir.
but suggesting that she has control of the
The whole line
entire
of them.
terrain of which you're kind of working on now. Duncan, you're up.
even a
So
Wednesday.
she's on a big sand pedestal, isn't she? There's no way to get up there. Eh?
Well, I'm thinking about we're gonna thunder wave the base of it when we get up there.
Yeah, I'll get there in a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Just need to get past the hump lines.
Okay. Enough messing
It's
about
like a
now.
conga line,
I'm just
but-
gonna run in and start hitting things.
Go,
Yes.
mate, go.
So you charge in.
Yes.
Okay, full movement.
Good. So just move me up to the front line.
Tissue like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
So
Here I go.
25, so 5 squares. And roll your attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, suckers.
And there's some people there.
There, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Just for you, mate.
Smashed him good.
Yeah, that'll hit. I'm presuming the AC is not changing. No.
AC's
No.
not changing.
11 damage on that one.
Yep.
6 damage on my second axe.
Yep.
So I just swing through the sand, chopping through it. And my last one hits as well. Oh, that was good. 17 on my last axe. Max damage, actually. Oh, no, it wasn't quite max damage, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well done,
11,
well done.
11, 6, and 17.
Yep.
That's 34 in total. Nice. As you kind of charge up and you take a leap to one side as you get them, and you just bring your first at ground, and you cleave through 1, 2, and you look with the corner of your eye, and these two just dissipate in front of you. You kind of hop to your second arm, and you bring your axe down. There's a massive arc kind of swinging up and down and round. And you cleave through the shoulder of one, and it kind of takes the second knees down away. You've basically destroyed the 4 that are right in front of you at your possible reach, and it only leaves now the kind of the 2 in this first rank of new Sam warriors now looking and slowly kind of curving as if to come into you directly. So yeah, good hit. Unza?
Excellent. Right, can I aim my next fireball at Sain
Certainly can.
Do it.
without hitting Skold or my little friend Duncan?
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going high enough up that literally you're just concentrating it on her.
Yes.
Well, you could get some of the ones on the ground as well, though, probably.
Good. Do a little.
Yeah.
Put it like in the middle of the pillar.
Yes.
Like a whopper jar.
Yes. A little whopper jar.
Whopper jar.
Yes.
Yep.
Take the gnome's advice.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie. But a bit lower. 15, 20, 26, 31. Okay.
Wonderful. So she rolled a 22. on her dexterity save, so she takes half damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the fireball erupts, you kind of see her just kind of extending up to full height on this sandbank. Some of the sand, as the flames dissipate on her kind of spire, just start to break away. And then the entire rank of archers that were forming up to fire below her just seem to melt into dust and sand. And even maybe say another 4 or 5 in front of them, you can see almost this semicircular hole that you've carved into the area, just leaving again some of the ones on the outside. Drop my pen. Leave my pen.
How far can you get if you dash?
Twice your movement.
Which would be 50, because I did 25. I'll just do an accounting while you're picking up your pen.
Thank you. I don't drop my pen. What do you mean?
And then that'll be 5, 10, bugger.
Okay. So that's your go, Andrea. Are you moving anywhere?
That's me.
Okay.
Come up a little bit behind Skold. I
Yep.
like it
Oh,
up there.
yeah.
Sian's go. So with a burn of her eyes, though the 3 front rows here. So you've got 4 in the very front row, which Duncan kind of attacked, and then the ones that now start to charge up and just literally boost. Some of them boost past Duncan, and you find yourself surrounded by maybe 8 or so creatures, Duncan. Of the 8, 3 of them attack. So you take in total 5 points of slashing damage from these grates and sword swings from the ones that actually hit you. With that, about another 8 or so run past and manage to get within striking distance of you, Skold.
Yeah.
But as they enter the 15 feet,
Yeah. So-
which is where Duncan is.
Yeah.
That weren't even a proper attack. That was more like exfoliating. That was.
So that's gonna be. If they fail, they're gonna take 16 radiant damage. If otherwise, they're gonna take 8.
Okay. Literally, as they start running in, the ones with Duncan, the ones with Duncan that don't hit are just eviscerated, and just like as they kind of move into this surrounding guardian kind of surround. The ones as they charge past and come in from the outer flanks with you, and just as they go to get in, they just turn to kind of a mist of dust and sand as they enter the fray.
Yeah.
So that's again the first 3 ranks are now almost entirely decimated, with the exception of a couple that are standing in front of Duncan. At the end of that's them, and then as you see that, you have now another 2 ranks start to build and firm up from the sand that you're standing on, not quite in front of Duncan, as you see Sian looking at what's going on. They're more grouped now at the either end of the terrain, and then in the centre, 2 larger kind of slightly. They stand maybe about 2-3 foot taller than everything else that seems to be thrown at you at the moment. Just kind of rise up. Their sand, the armour which they wear is slightly more ornate, more detailed than what the kind of the standard sand warriors are. Can you just put those 2, just maybe in between the 2 rows, and then can we just move the 2 rows, bring them together so that there's 2 rows of 2 clumps of 8 either side now, as they've realised and learning from what you're doing, and have now moved to either side of the battlefield to spread the work. So yeah.
Like this.
That's exactly it, yeah. And then bring those ones forward, so they're the new groups.
Like that. Oh, that one's a bit drunk.
That's fine. And then Tish, you are up.
And
There's
scared.
two new players seem to have entered the fray.
I can't dash close enough to smack her with my awesomeness, but I could dash to Duncan. Yes, and throw some clouds of daggers at her. I hate her. Sorry. Feeling a little tense. Yeah.
So what are you doing?
What I just said. No, I don't know what I said. I will dash up beside Duncan and throw a cloud of daggers at Sian.
Okay, so 60, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Same.
So move yourself up to
moving.
Duncan.
Here I go.
10, 15, 20. So just standing behind him.
Yeah, so within touchy
And
range.
you're casting at second level.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yes, I haven't quite got the hang of that yet, but I'm down with that.
So as, you cast the spell and you pull out a little sliver of glass and this kind of ethereal tornado or sort of mini tornado just appears centered around Sain and it swirls and starts to form into this cloud of daggers just spinning on a pinpoint centered at her. So just remember the start of their next turn you get to roll 44 slashing damage.
Okay. Do I have any bonus? No, I don't.
You got a bonus action. if you
Like,
wish.
I'm close enough to reach out to Duncan. Oh, but I can't cast. An action means like kicking something.
But you got your
or
bardic
running.
inspiration and things like that. So.
But I could cast something, like bardic inspiration or that other dumb thing you've got. Where's that other dumb thing you've got?
Only if they're bonus action spells.
Oh,
But your bardic inspiration is not a spell, so
Oh,
you
well,
can
then
cast that
just
as a bonus
but
action.
yeah. Do you need some? You're right.
No, give us some.
Okay, cool. I will give you some. Here's a favourite in these moments of battle that I have for you. I was saving it for him, but I've got another one for him. Super Trooper lights are gonna find me shining like the sun. Duncan X's are fun, and you're feeling like a number one. I just thought it was appropriate, guys. Yeah.
That's like Skold's national anthem, isn't it?
I've got a secondary one for him. Yeah. Almost in tune. That's how it should be in these moments. Yeah, so you go hard. Inspire the world.
So it's a D8, isn't it, I think?
It is.
You have an 8. A D. Take one of mine.
Thank you.
Mecha is up.
Right, Mecha will turn some of these dudes to glass with his sacred flame.
Yep.
Ooh.
So that's a Dex saving throw. And if they fail, they're gonna take a D8 radiant damage. And they gain no benefits from cover.
Okay. So you cast Sacred Flame.
Yes.
So at least 3/4 of them fail the save.
Yeah.
As he runs in and this kind of strike of radiant burning energy just descends upon them. So say again what happens?
The creature takes a D8 damage.
Yep. So we can clear 6 of those off the board as they just literally again turst the kind of the heat of this spell just shatters, like kind of burns them into and solidifies them into glass, and then they just crack and just into fine dust melting back down into the ground.
Wow.
And then he moved up,
And he moved up.
to take the
Skold,
flank.
you'll go.
Right, my go. So I will move up to there. And I will cast a guiding bolt, aiming towards the guy on my flanks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make a ranged spell attack.
Great flinks.
And that's a plus. So that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So that's
So that's 4.
You literally the spell just kind of it strikes in and erupts. The first 3 or 4 of the soldiers just are obliterated into the kind of that fine dust, which just blows blows and moves and eddies around and settles just in various places. The other 4 in that kind of platoon immediately just kind of move in to take their place. Can you take 4 of those off as well?
Yes.
2, 15 feet, and that's your go.
That is my go.
Wonderful. Top of the round.
Right, I'm going to run into one of these big fellas.
Do it.
Or,
You want me to move?
Yeah, because I'm going to hit my microphone otherwise. That's not a euphemism.
As you go to run, at the top as you go to run in, Duncan, at the top of the round, you see the sand in the ground beneath you just start to shift, and those kind of rolling eddies
The
and
humps.
hills and humps just start to drop and form away as a trench, maybe 2 or 3 feet across and 5 feet deep, just opens up, and the sand just kind of parts and just builds up on either side. This long trench running the whole width of the expanse now appears before you. So if you want to run in, you can do, but you just have to jump over.
Can I jump over the trench?
It's easy enough for you to do, but bear in mind now that you've got this standing at your back.
Oh, that's all good. I could just jump over it.
You do, and you get to with melee. So,
Right, so I'll just use that as part of my flying axe attack on that fella there. What's he look like?
they're a little bit taller, about 2 foot taller, and then this kind of what looks like breastplate or some form of armor. Like wearing, and they've both got helms across their faces. One of their arms is kind of mutated into this kind of large double-ended like great axe, which just hangs from their kind of where their arm and hand should be. The other one with what looks like a large like halberd, just kind of swinging like this massive hooked weapon off one arm as well.
I was slightly put off by jumping over the trench because I hadn't been expecting that, I have to be honest, and so I rolled a 1 on the first
Like
attack.
here, just underneath you.
But the second one, I rolled a 2.
Rolled
Oh
like
no,
Skold.
I've rolled like Skold.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm, that's what I always say. Ooh. That was a 16.
That's 16 hits. Attacking one of them. Which one are you attacking?
The one that I'm closest to,
Yep.
this purpley one. So that's 14 damage on my third axe.
Nice. As you cleave a part of him, and like the sand just kind of sloughs away as you slice through his upper torso, and one of his arms just falls apart and falls away, just to be renewed with sand just flowing out and it kind of forming another arm again. You did damage, but it's like they don't seem to be dispatched until they're fully destroyed.
Oh, okay.
That's your go completely. Undo, you're up.
Okay, I move up behind Skold again. Can't leave him alone.
No, I
and,
The
then,
flanks.
Yeah.
and then I'm going to magic missile saying.
Yep.
To,
I didn't roll anything for that then.
Damage.
No, just damage.
Automatic hit.
Okay, when you class a second or higher, I get 1 more dart, so that's 4. All for you, my love. Okay, that's 2, 5, 9, 11.
Nice. As the arcane bolts of kind of purple energy, silver energy just whiz around and just implode on the snake-like torso. She kind of like eyes flash down and look at you, and she turns around. Perfect. See, you come as a group, and groups never normally move too far apart. See, I was hoping you'd do that. As instead of making commands, she turns around. The rest of the brigade are yours to command. Attack them at your will. I, however, have other plans. And she just looks up, kind of extends her chin upwards as her eyes burn right. And from the ceiling, you kind of see this kind of burning cloud start to circle, and an eruption of flame just drops down, centered upon the 5 of you, and this cylinder of flame just erupts in the ground as she casts Flame Strike. So it's a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. So we'll pop it pretty much where you are, Skold. And that will get everybody.
Yes.
So can everyone please make a dexterity saving throw?
oh.
I'm gonna hold my stones for this one.
I think I might hold my stones as well.
Yeah.
Oh, not sure it helped.
I've forgotten what that means, so.
Roll
You rolled
2
twice,
dice.
inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah, take the highest,
Okay.
because I don't want to fail this.
Let me see.
18 or
Saving throws.
And I actually needed it.
And then you add your 5, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, if you got that higher number.
23.
23?
17, because I used like Tish's dice that she gave me. I
Yep.
can do that, can't I?
15.
Good done.
15.
You save.
Hey.
You do fruct it.
Do you get a bit crispy?
Yeah.
Do I add anything
But-
else
but-
to
but
my
what
you,
you
dex
know-
now?
you do take half damage on a dexterity saving throw.
You shouldn't leave Nords out in the sun.
No.
Hell no.
Oh, I didn't add my dex. It's 18.
Just you then, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Seems like it.
But it is your trial, so that's only fair.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Tish,
So
for that
you
dice.
take 16 points of fire damage.
Yep.
And 11 points of radiant damage.
Oh, okay.
You guys take, so combined that's 27, so
Yeah.
you take half. I don't think it makes any difference what type you do, so you take, what's the 27, so mass, so
13.
13 points of
Okay.
damage in total.
Okay.
Owie. That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of maths.
As it seems like
You cure yourself.
Yeah.
it seems like control
Touch
of
yourself with your magic hands.
control of the
Brain was
Sand
actually
Army
working
has
on
been
everything.
passed on to two lieutenants as Cyan gets to join the fight proper.
What happens to the cloud of daggers that I sent you before that you said hold off before you roll your
You
roll
need
these?
to remind me, so roll your damage at the start of a turn.
Oh, right. Okay.
So,
Was it 4d4?
How
Was
can
it,
I remember everything? All right,
it
so there's
D6?
two. Oh,
So it's the
those
bad
are
guy's
six.
turn now.
was it 4 or 6? I can't
no,
remember.
no, they
please.
will.
Okay.
I've rolled initiative. They'll
Right.
go on their next
Oh,
round.
fours.
Okay.
What do they look like again?
Pointy ones.
Oh, the
ones that are
triangles.
worse to stand on the Legos.
Or that I'm not
Yeah.
quite ready. Oh, yeah. All right, so I got to throw that 4 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean twice because
Yeah.
there's 2 of them. And then you have to show me how to. Which number do I add?
On those, it's the top
The
ones.
top one. So that's 3 and 4 is 7.
Concentration spell, please, as well.
Oh,
just
yes.
For
Yes.
And do you add it all together?
Roll a 19.
7,
on the
10,
dice.
11.
you. So 11 points in total.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you. Now, can you hurt her with that before?
Is there
my
kind of
turn?
they stay there? It's a concentration spell. So can you also? I believe it's concentration spell.
It's no, come on.
Yep, concentration up to a minute. Can you also
Yeah.
roll a Constitution saving throw to see
Cool,
if
I
after the
can.
damage?
That's big one, and Constitution is that, and you. 3.
Unfortunately, with the flame strike, your concentration just wavers as the spell just winks out. But you did do that damage beforehand, so that's good.
Lucky, but damn it, that snake's fancy.
So Tish, it is now your go.
Right, so, I would like to jump over the big thing, and what's it called? Trench. And a dash will get me 50 feet forward, and then cast Thunderwave.
A dash will be your action.
What?
You
Nah.
can move 25 and then
If
cast
I
your
go
Thunderwave.
25, how close does that put? No, I have to be 15 feet within
Yeah.
the count.
You'll get there. No, you.
Will I?
If you're looking to cast it at her, or you're looking to cast it at the sand.
One moment while I think about it.
You could try and knock her off the pillar, right?
Yeah, I think I'd like to cast it at the sand. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Well, move your miniature 25 feet.
Okay,
or to
25
get yourself
feet.
in range.
Ooh. So I'm behind him, so I go 10, 15, 20. Oh, I don't like being near him. Like
So-
about there.
What's the range of
Like, look at
Thunderwave?
me. 15.
What's the range on the card?
15.
I think it actually goes straight out from you 15 feet.
Yeah.
So you want quite fit it, eh?
I'm getting sad.
Yeah.
So if you 5, 10, if you'd have gone straight ahead, you'd be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But you have to
Really?
go straight ahead, but then basically get.
But
yourself
people
up
are in
there.
my way.
But that's the break. What are you gonna do?
Basketball.
Well, you're tiny, so you can like dash around.
I
us.
could dash
Yeah.
through them.
Yeah.
You didn't think about my amazing
But
ability.
then that's always gonna put you smack in the middle of everything.
Right.
Of those
between
two.
the-
Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous. Yeah, let's stand there. Hold on. But she's still within range to smash her with something awesome.
Get ready to go for Mecca, just so you know.
Yep.
I feel like she's got ears. Which one hurts more? Dissonant whispers at her. Because she's got some form of ears, right? That's what I'm casting.
Yep.
From there.
Okay. So what do you do?
I need to skip that bit and I cast a Melody. The only one creature of my choice can hear, and it makes it feel sick and sore. And they have to do a wisdom saving throw, and it takes a 3d6 psychic damage immediately. Because it can't move or run away from me. How about that?
Awesome. So Dissonant Whispers. Do-do-do. So wisdom saving throw.
You for who?
It's going to be a 17 plus 8, so that's 25.
Cool.
So I think she saves.
So she takes half damage.
Okay, and now I do 3d6s.
3d6 and halve it.
Which ones? That's those ones. Cool. And add it, and then halve
Yep.
it. 9, 6. God damn it. 5 and 5 is 10, and 1 is 11. She gets 6. Who's? Oh, well, it was a good go.
No, that's good. Damage helps,
And I crouch down low.
as you do.
You know? Do I have any bonus moments?
You want to spire anyone else?
Yes, sure I do. Who needs it? Who's an ouchiness? Oh, you are.
No, I'm good. Skold
The
got a
Skold.
bit of a hammering.
I think, can I inspire Skold?
So you can.
Cool. Save us. Alright, this one's for you, Skold. Suddenly you hear and see this magic new dimension. Skold will be watching over you, gonna help you see it through. We'll protect you in this fight. Oh, Skold, we're fighting next to you. Oh, look, there's a ridgeline. Yours.
Running. Good
Soz,
job.
Soz, guys.
Take your D8 inspiration.
You
But,
do a
as
D8.
you cast
What's
Dissonant
that
Whispers,
one? That one,
you see Sian again, look down, looking for you.
Do you want one of them?
Moving up to great things, little gnome. Fine, I will concentrate on you next.
Good-o. Shoot.
That's a pretty dice.
Mecha, you're going to lose that.
Do you want a prettier one?
No, it's pretty.
Okay.
Mecha is up.
Blue.
Mecha is up.
Do it, Mika.
Right. He needs to come up and protect Tish, so he's gonna move up.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah. He's gonna bring the two-handed club down on the dude.
I'm going lizard.
Ah, that's a 2.
Oh no, I would have timed to roll
As
like
he swings it
Skold.
around, in a split second, you see the sand warrior he brings his arm up, the one that is not formed into a great axe, and it widens out, almost kind of like Iron Man's magical shield. Sand just spreads out as this shield just forms, and he just bats the club away, taking no damage on the hit. And he just kind of looks silently, focusing on Mecha now. And Skold, you are up.
I am up.
Oh, I did.
I forgot what I was gonna do. Right, I'm gonna move up in the middle. And as I move in, I will bring my hammer down on the one in front of me, the big guy.
Yep.
Here it comes. So that is a 13. 14 to hit.
Yep.
Because we got the plus thing from...
Yes, indeed.
Yes. That's what saved me. And that's gonna be 4 damage.
Nice. So you bring your hammer down, and it just literally bows through like part of the lower torso, and as it leaves and comes out the other side, the sand just immediately reforms, but you kind of feel the pressure hitting substance, so it's you've done some damage. Does your spirit guard isn't still up? Is that on their turn?
So yes, at the start of their
Their
turn
turn.
they're gonna take it, or when they move into it.
Right. Top of the round. The first thing to happen is the sands, which are kind of a rolling, and that trench is built up, which I believe under you are the only one now not having crossed.
Oh yeah, did I need to roll to cross the trench?
No,
Okay,
it was more of a stump chop. It's
Yeah.
more of a create havoc when pikes just erupt from the trench, just searing like spears about 6 foot long, just either side. For those of you that are within range, which I say is going to be you, and Duncan, and you, Skold, and you, Undertake. Can you just make dexterity saving throws, please? As you kind of see these kind of the sand forming on guard, and just try and duck out of the way.
It's quite a big trench, isn't it?
7.
Oh, mother of
Oh,
God.
no. 9 for me.
Oh, that's 12.
You just manage to, as you're facing them, and you see it just dart out of the way, and it kind of extends just next to your face. A little smile crosses your grin. You take, both of you, 2 points of piercing damage as it kind of pierces like upper shoulder or like the waist thigh, not kind of going straight through, but enough to graze and leave.
I need to do a concentration.
Yes, please.
Oh, that got me right up the butt ski, that one.
So that's just a straight D20.
Yeah, and add your constitution
Now.
modifier.
Oh,
It's
yes.
a constitution saving throw, sorry.
Right, so that's 13.
So it's
Yeah,
actually
you needed 10 is the minimum.
Yeah.
So on a concentration check, it's either 10 or half the damage. If so, once you get to 20 and higher.
Yeah.
And just so you know, the lieutenants and the sand warriors have now taken their own initiative, which is a 12. So I think that's just after Tish.
Oh, neat.
So they're all going to take damage.
Oh, because
Duncan, you're up.
you've
Right,
got your
so I'm
girlfriend.
going to move away from the trench because that surprised me. I didn't really like it. And I'm going to just move in there, but I'm going to stay in combat, and I'm going to just try and hit that guy again.
Yep.
Ooh. 13.
Just hits.
Oh, yes. What was that? Extra lucky point that we got, eh? 10, 14, 15 damage on that axe.
Good job. Like you kind of sweep through him and you're amazed that he's still standing, but there's noticeably slower regeneration as he comes up.
Right, I'm going to hit him again then. Oh, natural 20.
That's really nice.
Uh, 8 damage.
That's enough. You literally, on that hit, you literally bring your axe through the second axe, following from the setter, and you just bring it straight down and cleave him in half, and that sand just like a sandcastle being trodden on just kind of like finishes in two mounds separated where you stand, where your axe is. You got one more attack? So.
Yes, I've got one more attack. I keep trying to think of some sand-related witticism, but I can't think of one.
That's a very big word, Duncan.
Witticism.
Probably because I don't know what it means, that's why I can't think of it. 17, that'll hit a...
That'll hit.
He's like sandwiched between you and Skold.
Oh,
Slow. It's very slow.
11 damage on the other one, the one that like Skold is fighting now.
Yep, nice. Again, the sand regenerates, but a little bit slower, not too dissimilar to the second hit, or the first after the first hit, but he is still standing.
And can I action surge?
You certainly can.
Right, I'm going to action surge. And for my action surge, I want to pull my magic wand out.
Yep.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.
And I want to say, surprise wizard snake eyes, and hit her with some magic missiles.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Done.
beautiful.
Oh,
How many charges are you using?
I'm going to use all of them except one.
Yep. What's that? 6?
Yeah. So that's 20 points of damage.
oh, it's just got really exciting.
Nice.
That should get her fanny smoking.
Oh, it is definitely smoking. She kind of looks down. Surprise
It's got some sand in
You
it.
kept that one quiet, dwarf.
Well, I don't like to brag that I'm a wizard, you know.
I like a surprise. Let me show you one of mine.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Undertake,
no.
you're up.
Get her quickly.
Okay. So, I was going to go. I thought I'd take a gamble, seeing as everything is going so well.
Dun, 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 dun,
and-
dun.
Yes. So I want to move up round by where between Duncan and Mecca.
Yep, so you kind of make your way through these pikes of sand, which
Yes.
as you do, they just slowly start to fall away, having you kind of lost their
like to
You
get
kind
very
of
far away.
firmness and
We're cool.
you cross over, moving up to behind Duncan.
Excellent.
It's good that they didn't stay up there because I have this vision of the group runs in to start a boss fight and the doors close and someone's stuck outside.
As I'm doing that, I'm putting up the hood of my my cloak of elven kind.
Yep.
Looks lovely.
Which gives me advantage on dex checks. And I want to try chill touch.
Dix chicks.
Dix.
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 Oh, Dix
Go
chicks.
for it.
Dix
Yeah.
chicks.
Lovely.
Hoi.
Dixie chicks.
They're lovely, the Dixie chicks.
18
I like
plus
them, so smart.
18 plus 8,
Uh-oh.
which is that is a 6 in there.
26.
26.
So what was that for again? Sorry.
Chill touch.
Short touch. So that hits.
At what's her face? And I'm doing on the
Cyan.
5th level, so that's 2d8. One
Sienny.
is that's cool one,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Sienny Penny.
That's really good because in the olden days you used to always miss with that.
Always.
And also, since she's a snake, they don't like cold.
No.
3. It's a big 5. It's a great big 5.
Every little help.
But she's got a big spectral hand stuck to her.
Yeah, as it kind of just erupts out of nowhere, just you see it burn, and she just kind of hisses down and looking, and then starts to laugh on her go as the sand slowly starts to fall away, and she lowers down to ground level.
It's kind of stuck to her face.
She kind of laughs and just shakes her head, kind of wishing it away. Her eyes burn, but instead of red, they kind of take on this green hue, and she is going to do that, and that is her turn. As some of the cuts and wounds and the burns and scorch marks start to regenerate and heal up, her scales start to
She's
reform.
not allowed to until my next turn.
Oh, okay, she's not.
So she's out.
She can't regain hit points until the start of my
Oh.
next turn.
Okay,
That's a cool thing, buddy.
That's fine.
Till then, it clings to her.
Oh, that's cool.
Reminds me of an ex-boyfriend. Annoying.
Based on that druid
kinda
called
shake
Green
them up.
Hue.
That's awesome. Good. So
No.
what she's going to do instead is
Oh,
look
no,
around,
something much worse.
and she's going to use her movement to just kind of, she's going to move 10 feet across, if that's possible, please.
Oh, towards my side?
No,
or towards...
towards Skold's side.
Oh, neat. It's not working for me.
And alright, can I get from you under a she looks around and she's like, pesky witch. And
Thank
I'll
you very
get from
much.
you.
Yeah, I think the chill touch
A
feels
wisdom
like
saving throw, please.
it feels
I have
like
to
when
give
you
you-
and you lick a lamppost
Frantic
in the
you guys.
cold.
Like 10
That's
feet
unfortunate
before
that
I
you say a
cast.
wisdom saving throw.
I did,
It's
yes.
like
Because my
underwear.
Wisdom-
cloak
Yeah,
gives me
move forward towards
disadvantage
it.
on wisdom saving
Oh,
throws.
does it?
Oh. That's 11.
As you kind of grin and you're chuckling to yourself, suddenly your features start to firm up, and you go to move your hand, and suddenly, as you find yourself stuck in position and paralyzed as she casts whole person.
Oh, that's not manners.
Just my general day to day, really.
Yeah.
Tish, you're up.
Oh, cool. Can I walk a little bit and then cast stuff? Choice, lucky answer there, DM. I'd like to move forward about that much. You move me forward, so I'm just in front of you, buddy. Yeah, that feels good,
Yep.
doesn't it? Yeah, and then I'm casting the thunder wave at her thness.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
cool. Kapow. Oh, wait, I have to throw some stuff, eh? 2d8 thunder damage, pushed away 10 feet. Is that all I have to
That's
do?
dexterity saving throw.
And I say, oi, don't hurt my friend.
Cool. So that's going to be 9 plus 8, so 17 is a dex save, so I'm pretty sure it's a save. So roll your damage, and I think she takes half, but is not pushed back.
What are they? 2d8s. What do the d8s look like? They're really pretty. That one. I'll
So
just
roll
do
roll
that.
twice, yeah.
6.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice. As this boom of thunder just erupts through, and this cube just moves back. Some of the statues on the back wall start to teeter and ticker on the edge. and she kind of looks as she kind of turns her head and then refocuses on you now, moving away from the pack.
She has to make a concentration saving throw as well.
Does.
Cool.
It's going to be a 7 plus 7, so it's 14. That's a save, unfortunately.
Oh, why did I not get the increase of a 1d8 for each slot level above first?
Because you didn't say.
I didn't read it. I'll do that next time
Just
when
want to
I
let me know if you
kill
want
her.
to cast it at second level.
Sweet as, I'm learning to read my card
At the
fast.
start of their turn, with one of the lieutenants in battle with you, Duncan, you hear he grunts this inaudible kind of noise, and the warriors that are left lingering on the outside start to move in.
Oh.
These two here are going to rush in to attack you, Undra, and these 4 here rush in to bolster the attack. 2 of them moving around to attack Duncan, and 2 of them moving in to attack Skold.
This
they
is
will,
not
they
chess.
will meet a contingent of Valkyries that's
They
going to cut
will.
them
So
down.
all of them make a. Let's say for all of them. So we'll say as they move in, 3 of them just obliterated and move just into dust. And then on this side, 1 of them. So take 2 off one side and 1 of the ones off this side.
Alright.
Yep, and 1 there. And the one as well, the big boss, he failed, so he takes how many points of damage?
He takes 14.
14. As he is also, as he goes to swing down and swipe, just obliterated by your kind of your circle of torrent of Valkyrie heroes guiding you. As they go to raise their axes and swing, we will hold there for this.
Oh,
Like paralyzed Undra being attacked. How rude!
so rude.
And I like the fact that you've gone and just got yourself up there on your own. So brave.
There's no ridge lines, just hump lines, and it was. Oof.
Yeah, we won't be able to
Spikes
take
at
the mick
bottom.
out of you anymore, will you? You've been very brave.
I'm trying.
Very brave.
Yeah.
For the Roin and all that stuff.
Right, join us
Right.
next session to see quite how this finishes. I think it's still on it could go either way.
No, it's going very well.
Loving that chill touch though. That was. I
Excellent.
never had to worry about it before because you've never hit with it.
Not ever.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook and check out YouTube. to
Our
watch us.
YouTube. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Farewell.